The following contest is scheduled for a 2-hour time limit. Introducing first, coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, wrestling reporter and columnist Justin LaBar. And his opponent, you. Call, tweet, email because you can go one-on-one with Justin LaBar in Wrestling Reality. Right now on Trib Live Radio.
Happy 2013, everybody. We are back live kicking. Just so happens the holidays fell on Tuesday these past couple weeks, so wipe the tears from your eyes. Wrestling Reality is back, and the best news, we're back, and it is the road to WrestleMania. At least for me, I say it starts in January. I don't have to wait for the Royal Rumble. Trib Live Radio, Wrestling Reality, one-on-one with me, Justin LaBar. A lot of things to catch up on, a lot to talk about as we are in the funnest part of the wrestling calendar year. Going to be joined at 3:15, so coming up in just about 12 minutes, with one of the most accredited, acclaimed, whatever word you want to say, wrestling columnist and author, Mike Mooneyham. He was the co-author of the New York Times best-selling book. It was on the best-selling list, rather, Sex, Lies, and Headlocks. He'll be joining us here in just a few minutes. But I want to talk about last night. The Rock returns. Be prepared to be electrified. Of course, the entire theme of the night is WWE just timing everything up against the BCS national title game between Alabama and Notre Dame. Luckily for wrestling, luckily for WWE, that game was a blowout. And I think a lot of people started to turn it off sooner than WWE would have expected. So that's good for them. The Rock comes back. The Rock gave the people what they paid for. He gave them what they wanted. Nothing wrong with that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Same old shtick. Hey, he made a lot of money doing it. But for his personal pride, for him being the best that there is out there, for him being, the most electrifying man in sports and entertainment history, this is not The Rock going up against John Cena on the mic. Having a verbal match of who can make more breakfast cereal jokes or sexual innuendos, it ain't going to cut it. The Rock gave people what they paid for, but CM Punk gave people what they're going to pay for to see the match actually happen. Rock delivered last night. CM Punk set it up for 19 days, a big fight, atmosphere, and feel. CM Punk has to come back now and get an upper hand. He gets laid out by the Rock bottom. He needs to have an upper hand here, but I hope that it's not courtesy of him. I hope that any upper hand that CM Punk gets is minimal, if not absolutely not even there involving him. I hope it's the Shield. I hope it's Paul Heyman's sneak attack. I hope it's everything but CM Punk. I think that's going to make a great story. The champion at 400 and some odd days going up against The Rock has not got an upper hand on The Rock since July. And let it come down to The Rock and Cena. If Punk wins this match, which I think now, if you would have asked me 2 months ago, and I know you guys asked me on the show, we've been talking about it since it was unofficially made. I've been saying probably The Rock. I think we all could agree with that. But now more than ever, I'm having doubts. I'm questioning it. Now more than ever, I'm starting to believe that CM Punk is going to win this. If he wins, if he beats The Rock, this will be the win. This will be the match that solidifies and makes CM Punk being the fifth, longest title reign and the longest in the modern era and all the taglines to his run. This win, if he would beat The Rock at Royal Rumble, that's been 6 months in the making, this win would solidify the title run. He beat John Cena. He beat Chris Jericho. He beat Alberto Del Rio. He beat Daniel Bryan. He beat Ryback. But all of those guys are supposed to get beat. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, he doesn't get beat. So if CM Punk was to beat The Rock and defend that title successfully and retain it and carry it as he goes at least to Elimination Chamber, this will finally be what solidifies, and there's no doubt that CM Punk will be one of the elite title holders of WWE history. We're going to take a break. 412-320-7925 is the number. sportstalk@tribweb.com is the email. Of course, you can tweet me at Justin LaBar. We'll take all your calls, tweets, and emails. A lot to talk about. Plus, Mike Mooneyham coming up at 3:15 here on Trib Live Radio.